Today we have seen meaning of financial statements, nature of financial statements, uses and importance of financial statements, and the limitations of financial statements. So, what do you mean by financial statements? What do you mean by financial statements, Femina?
So are the statements which are prepared to know the result of operations
Well,
and to ascertain the financial position.
okay, of the business. Very good. So, financial statements are those statements that are prepared to know the result of the business and to ascertain the financial position of the firm. Next, the nature of financial statements. Nature of financial statements. Anila, only points.
Recorded facts,
Got that.
accounting conventions, postulates, personal judgment.
Okay. Next, use and importance of financial statements. Uses and importance of financial statements. Anjo, uses and importance of financial statements.
Helping stock exchange, then report and stewardship function, basis for granting credit.
Okay. Next, limitations of financial statements. Aparna.
That do not reflect the current situation, bias, aggregate information, then assets may not realize.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Now, next topic, types of financial statement. Okay. So now we will study the format of balance sheet and statement of profit and loss account. So that you have to study. So you have to study this format of balance sheet and the statement of profit and loss account. Then only from this chapter you can expect questions. The following items, where the following items will come in the balance sheet. So you have to specify the major head and the subhead. So okay, I'll tell. So so the financial statement include two statement. We know that that is balance sheet and statement of profit and loss. Okay, so it applies to all Indian companies preparing financial statement commencing on or after April 1st, 2011. April 1st, 2011. From this onwards, if any company registered, then they have to prepare the balance sheet according to this vertical format. Okay, so so under this, how to prepare balance sheet. So here, what you have to do means, first you have to write the main format of balance sheet. Then you have to prepare the notes to account. Notes to account, that is also a compulsory, mandatory. Okay, first we have to prepare the format of balance sheet. Then after that, what do you have to do? You have to write the notes to account. Notes to account means, suppose this is the main format. Under share capital, what are the items are included? So suppose if you wrote share capital 10 lakh. So under share capital, what are the amounts are included? What are the items are included? Reserve and surplus 5 lakh. So under reserve and surplus, what are the items are included? So sometimes general reserve 1 lakh, capital reserve 2 lakh, like that. Okay, means under each item, what are the items are included? Clear that? So you have to prepare the format of main format of balance sheet, and you have to prepare the notes to accounts. Same like a profit and loss account also, you have to prepare the main format, then working notes. That is compulsory. So you have to study the format of balance sheet. Then only you can solve all the problem. Okay. So first, so listen. We know that last year we studied the balance sheet. This year also we did last chapter. We did a problem preparing a main expenditure and balance sheet. So under balance sheet, we know that the side liabilities amount, assets amount. So here it is a new format of balance sheet. Suppose already I said that you have to prepare the project, specific project you have to do. So for that you have to download the financial statement of a particular company, KPL or KSC. So then you can see the balance sheet on this format only, not like last year format, liability amount, assets amount. Clear? So this is the format of balance sheet. So it is applicable to all Indian companies on or after which one, April 1st, 2011. So you look at that format. I will tell it is very easy. You look at that their liabilities amount, assets amount. Here you look at equity and liabilities. Equity and liabilities. Then second, continuous only. Assets. That same only. Here, equity and liabilities. Equity and liabilities. Then assets. Next one. Now you look at that under equity and liabilities, what are the major head? Major head. So you have which one? We can expect the questions. Here they will ask major head. The following item where it will come. There major each items major head and subhead. Major head and subhead. So this is the major head. Major head means this one. Okay, major head and subhead. So I will tell under liability side what are the major head? What are the major head? Shareholders fund, shareholders fund, then share application money pending allotment. Okay, share allotment, share application money pending allotment. I will explain. Okay, everything. Okay, first one, shareholders fund, then share application money pending allotment. Next, non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Okay, so under equity and liabilities, four major heads are there. Four major heads are there. First one, shareholders fund. Shareholders fund. Then share application money pending allotment. Share application money pending allotment. Next, non-current liabilities. Then current liabilities. So these are the major head. Clear? Next, under asset side, only two major heads, non-current assets and current assets. Non-current assets and current assets. Non-current assets and current assets. Clear? Okay. Under equity, now itself you have to study, because I know that so equity and liabilities, shareholders fund, share application money pending allotment. So one thing you have to remember, if example if in the question no item related to share application money pending allotment, then also you have to write share application money pending allotment. Okay, so that is compulsory to write which one, share application money pending allotment. I will tell what it means. So over now, so equity and liabilities, major head, shareholders fund, share application money pending allotment, non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Next, assets, major head, non-current assets and current assets. Now shareholders fund. Shareholders fund. Under shareholders fund, what are the items included in shareholders fund? Okay, so what are the items included in shareholders fund? Means shareholders fund means mainly share capital plus reserve and surplus. Okay, share capital plus reserve and surplus. What do you mean by share capital? The amount of capital raised through the issue of share. Amount raised, the amount of fund raised through the issue of share, that is share capital. Clear? That is share capital. So share capital plus reserve and surplus. What do you mean by reserve and surplus? Already we know that from the profit we are keeping some amount as a reserve for meeting unknown liabilities in future. Okay, that is which one? Reserve and surplus. Okay, no need of meaning. So share capital, reserve and surplus, then money received against share warrant. Money received against share warrant. So already I sent the which one, fair note, in that I sent what do you mean by share warrant? Last, share warrant is a financial instrument issued by a public company which gives the holder the right to acquire a certain number of shares at a specified rate in a later date. So they are giving option to the which one, holder, the shareholders, existing shareholders, they can purchase if they want. They can purchase the shares at a specified rate in a future date. That is also included in shareholders fund. Now, still now we didn't get them. Still they didn't purchase. They are giving options, so it will come under shareholders fund. But mainly only two items you have to study: share capital and reserve and surplus. Okay, so under shareholders fund, major head, suppose if they given general reserve, subhead and major head, subhead and major head. So what you will write? So subhead is reserve and surplus, major head is shareholders fund. That will be the question. Okay, capital reserve, major head and subhead, subhead reserve and surplus, subhead reserve and surplus, major head shareholders fund. Okay, so shareholders fund consists of share capital, mainly reserve and surplus. Okay, share capital and reserve and surplus, share capital and reserve and surplus. Next one, second one, share application money pending allotment. What do you mean by share application money pending allotment? Share application money pending allotment. Suppose the company issued 1 lakh share to the public at the rate of rupees 10. Face value 10. Face value, nominal value means, suppose if you want to purchase one share, you have to give 10 rupees. Suppose Shubham Pal purchased 1000 share. So you have to give how much amount? 1000 into 10, 10,000. Okay. Suppose, but they are collecting this amount in installment. How? So you will study share capital chapter, no, accounting for share capital. That chapter you will study about shareholders fund, share capital, everything you will study. So You have to remember it is collected in installment. How we are collecting? Application money. So those who want to purchase the share, they have to fill the application form. So that time they will collect out of 10, they will collect 2. So Shubham Pal have to give 1000 into 2. Then allotment. Allotment means distributing the share. Distributing the share. So that time only the applicant become the shareholders. Because suppose the company have 1 lakh share, 1 lakh share, but public applied for a 1,50,000 share. So then what they will do? 50,000 they will reject. 50,000 they will reject. So in that they won't get the share. So that what they will do, company, they will return the application money. So allotment money time only the applicant become the shareholders. Then remaining they will collect in installment as first call, then final call. Okay, total 10. Clear now? Okay, suppose if the company issue shares to the public, face value 10 rupees. So how they are collecting amount? In installment. Application type 2. Then allotment, that time only the applicant become the shareholders. They will decide to allot the shares. If they are not allotting means they will refund the application money. Okay, to whom they are not giving any share. Next, then remaining in installment, first call and final call. So what do you mean by share application money pending allotment? Means we received the application money. So now it is 31st March. So we received the application money, but we didn't distribute the share. We didn't decide to distribute the share. So that is which one? Share application money pending allotment, pending distributing the share. That is share application money pending allotment. Share application money pending allotment. Okay, share application money pending allotment. Clear now? Okay, share. We received the application money now 31st March, but now we didn't decide. So it is pending. Share application money pending allotment. This is our liability because we have received the application money. Then we have to decide whether to distribute the share or to refund the. Next one. Okay. So shareholders fund mainly 2 items: share capital, reserve and surplus. Next, second major head, share application money pending allotment. Next one, non-current liabilities. Non-current liabilities. So non-current liabilities means long-term liabilities. Long-term liabilities. Non-current liabilities. So under that, what are the items are included? Okay, non-current liabilities. Mainly long-term borrowing. Long-term borrowing. So we will write, I will tell that to write under long-term borrowing, what are the items are included? Loan, debenture, loan, debenture. So now no need to write, I will tell. Okay, each item, what are the items are included? That will be the question. So long-term borrowing under non-current liabilities, what are the items are included? Long-term borrowing, then deferred tax liabilities. I will tell that what you mean deferred tax liabilities last. Then other long-term liabilities, then long-term provision. Other long-term liabilities, then long-term provisions. Under that, main important, this you have to study. Which one? Long-term borrowing. Normally that only items are coming in non-current liabilities. Okay, long-term borrowing, long-term borrowing. Okay, long-term borrowing. Okay, so long-term borrowing, you have to remember long-term borrowing under non-current liabilities, long-term borrowing. Okay, the long-term provisions also there. Other long-term liabilities also there. Long-term borrowing, other long-term liabilities, other long-term provision. Everything long-term, long-term. Okay, so what are the items are included in long-term borrowing, other long-term liabilities, long-term provision? I will explain. Okay, now you have to know the which one, some idea, some basics. Under shareholders fund, 2 items mainly: share capital, reserve and surplus. Next major head, share application money pending allotment. Third, non-current liabilities. Under non-current liabilities, what are the items are included? Long-term borrowing, other long-term liabilities, long-term provisions. Okay, then deferred tax liabilities. Deferred tax liabilities. What do you mean deferred tax liabilities? I will tell. Next one, current liabilities. Current liabilities. Current liabilities. So what are the items are included in short-term liabilities? Short-term borrowing. Short-term borrowing. Short-term borrowing means short-term loan, short-term loan. Okay, then bank overdraft. That I will explain each items. That no, that's right. Short-term borrowing, trade payable. So last year we studied which one? Creditors, bills payable. So now we are telling the new word. Instead of creditors and bills payable, we are writing trade payable. Trade payable. Creditors plus bills payable. Okay, that is trade payable. Trade payable. Trade payable. Okay, short-term borrowing. Short-term borrowing. In this important. Short-term borrowing, everything is important. Short-term borrowing, trade payable. Trade payable means creditors plus bills payable. Other current liabilities. Other current liabilities, you know that adjustments. Adjustment, you know, and outstanding expenses. Outstanding expenses. Income received in advance. Okay, so that is other current liabilities. Other current liabilities. Okay, next, short-term provisions. Short-term provisions. Provision for which one? Provision for tax. Provision for tax. Okay, provision for tax. Provision for which one? Depreciation. Then provision for bad debt. Okay, provision for bad debt, provision for tax, provision for bad debt, provision for tax. So that these are short-term provisions. Short-term provisions. Okay, so these are the items are included under equity and liabilities. Okay, provision for tax, provision for bad debt. These are short-term provisions. Short-term provisions. Okay, I will explain that each items, under each items, what are the items are included. Under the subhead, what are the items are included. So now you have to remember under shareholders fund, two main items: share capital, reserve and surplus. Now itself you have to study share capital, reserve and surplus. Second one, share application money pending allotment. That no problem. Third one, non-current liabilities. Under that main item, long-term borrowing. Long-term borrowing. Then current liabilities. Current liabilities, main item. Every the items are important. Short-term borrowing, short-term loan, bank overdraft, trade payable, creditors plus bills payable. Other current liabilities, we know already, adjustments, outstanding expenses, any outstanding expenses, income received in advance. Next, short-term provision, mainly provision for tax, provision for tax. Okay, so now after which one explaining the format, we will write. Okay, what are the items are included in each item? Each item, what are the items are included? So if you know the each item, then you will get all the answer. Okay, this only will come this from this chapter, nothing else. So we can complete this week. This week no, we can't possible. Next week we can complete this one. Then we can start also next chapter. Okay, so but if you have to study, otherwise you won't get anything. Next one, assets. So first one, already I said two major heads, non-current assets and current assets. Non-current assets and current assets. non-current assets and current assets. So under non-current assets, what are the main subheads? What are the main subheads? Look that fixed assets, fixed assets, fixed assets. Then non-current investments. Okay, non-current investment, then other non-current assets. This is the main. Okay, non-current assets, main items, fixed assets, fixed assets, non-current investments, fixed assets, non-current investments, then other non-current assets, other non-current assets. Okay, so fixed asset we know that already, tangible, intangible, tangible and intangible. That is the main item. Okay, then capital work in progress means any construction is there, it is under which one, work in progress, that is capital work in progress. That is under fixed asset only, mainly tangible assets and intangible assets. Okay, under fixed asset mainly two items, tangible assets and intangible assets. What are the items included in tangible assets? You know that land, building, machinery, what we can see, intangible, goodwill, patent, trademark, any rights, okay, everything, copyright, that everything included in intangible assets. We will write, don't worry. So you have to remember. Next, non-current investment, investment in shares, okay, debentures, bonds, okay, any investment in the shares, that is non-current investments. Okay, next, deferred tax assets. What do you mean deferred tax? Deferred tax liability, non-current liability, deferred tax assets, deferred tax assets, which one, under non-current assets? What do you mean non-current deferred tax assets? That I will tell. Okay, next one, other non-current assets. Okay, what are the items are included in other non-current assets? We will study this one. Okay, so under non-current assets, fixed assets, non-current investments, then other non-current assets. So these are the main items that you have to study. Next one, current assets. Current assets are those assets which can be easily converted into cash. So what are the main items? Already we know current investments means short-term investment, short-term investments within 1 year. Next one, inventories, stock. New term, inventories, inventories. So last year we studied stock, closing stock. That is new word, inventories. So what are the items are included in inventories? Okay, that we will study. Okay, stock, stores, livestock, okay, loose tools. So what are the items are included that we will study? So you have to know the subhead. Current investments, inventories, trade receivable. So now new word. Okay, instead of debtors plus bills receivable, creditors plus bills payable, trade payable, but debtors plus bills receivable, that is trade receivable. Then cash and cash equivalent. Cash and cash equivalent means cash and related to cash, cash, then bank. Okay, then short-term loans and advances. If we give loan, then other current assets. Other current assets, we know that outstanding adjustment expenses, prepaid, prepaid expenses, accrued income, prepaid expense, then accrued income, then these are which one, other current assets. Okay, so these are other current assets. So current assets, current investments, inventories, you have to study inventories, then trade receivables, cash and cash equivalents, other current assets, cash and cash equivalents, other current assets. Clear? Current investments, inventories, trade receivables, cash and cash equivalents, and other current assets. Okay, so under non-current assets, fixed assets. Under fixed asset, two main items: tangible, intangible. Then non-current investments, Then other non-current assets, mainly fixed assets, non fixed assets, non-current investments, non-current investment. This is subhead. Then this is the main fixed assets and non-current investments. Okay, fixed assets and non-current investments. Fixed assets and non-current investments. Okay, suppose if it is given goodwill, major head and subhead, what you will write? Major head and subhead. Major head, non-current assets. Subhead, you have to write fixed asset, fixed assets, bracket, intangible. Clear? So suppose investment in shares, major head, non-current assets, subhead, non-current investment. That no problem. But here it is there, no, you have to write like this. Okay, suppose land, major head, non-current assets, subhead, fixed assets, bracket, tangible. Okay, so this is the format. So now we will write what are the items are included in each subhead. So then it will be easy for you to do the problem. Okay, so here means you have to understand the major head and subhead. Preparation of balance sheet they won't ask. Preparation of balance sheet, preparation of statement of profit and loss account, they won't ask. They will ask. You look. They will give items. Then you have to write major head and subhead. Not understood. Suppose example. General reserve. So I didn't teach. Okay, I will tell that what are the items are included. So example I am telling general reserve. So major head. Major head. Anyone? Major head.
Shareholders fund,
Subhead. Okay. Shareholders fund, reserves and next debenture. Anyone? Major head.
Non-current liability.
Yes. Non-current liabilities. Subhead. Long-term borrowings. Long-term borrowings. This like this only. They will give some items. So you have to write. You have to make 3 column major head and subhead. But you have to know the what are the items are included in each subhead. Okay. Suppose missionary. Major head. Anyone?
non-current asset,
Yes. Non-current asset. Subhead.
fixed asset,
Yes. Fixed asset. Brackets. Tangible. Why this one only? Fixed asset only big problem means tangible and intangible is there. So if you write only fixed asset also okay. But if you write bracket tangible also, tangible is you write, then they can easily understand. Copyright. Same. Non-current asset. Then fixed asset, intangible. This is only the question from this chapter. Next, creditors, major header, anyone?
Current liability.
Yes, current liabilities, subhead, trade payables. Okay, trade payables. Okay, so this is the pattern. So then we will write what are the items are included in each item. Then it will be easy for you. Okay, so now you write. So everyone, you have to write. So now I said format. Once more, you have to look at that format. Equity and liabilities. First said equity and liabilities. Under that major header, shareholders fund, share application money pending allotment, non-current liabilities and current liabilities. Under shareholders fund, two items, share capital reserve and surplus subhead, then share application money pending allotment, then non-current liabilities, long-term borrowings, current liabilities, short-term borrowings, trade payable, other current liabilities, short-term provision, short-term borrowings, trade payable, other current liabilities, short-term provisions. Okay, current liabilities, short-term borrowing, short-term provision, trade payable, other current liabilities. Next, as I said, non-current assets and current assets. So under current assets, non-current assets, fixed assets, non-current investments, fixed assets, non-current investments. Okay, under fixed assets, tangible, intangible, non-current investments. Then current assets include current investments, short-term investments, inventory, very important inventory, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalents, very important cash and cash equivalents. Then other current assets, other current assets, other current assets. So this is the format. So now I will explain what are the items are included in each subhead. Okay, so first you first share capital. The amount of fund raised through the issue of share, that is share capital. Under that, they will give paid up share capital. So no need to write because if any paid up share capital means that is share capital only. Paid up share capital means the amount actually paid by the shareholders to the company. So that only we will get from the shareholders. Okay, we should share from that how much we received from the shareholders. Total amount, that is share capital. Okay, so we issued 1 lakh share, but out of that, how much we received from the actually we received from the shareholder, that is paid up share capital. Next, second one, reserves and surplus. So exam time, if you look this one, then you can easily will get a full mark. So what are the items are included in reserve and surplus? So any reserve, yes, you have to write. Okay, you have to write this one. So it is not in the printed note. So you have to write. So whenever you write, you can study also. So capital reserve, any reserve, capital redemption reserve for repayment of the share capital, we are keeping reserve. Securities premium reserve, securities premium reserve. We said our face value will be 10. If it is a reputed company, they can issue shares at rupees a price more than the face value, more than 10, 12. So that 2 is the securities premium. You will study under share capital in details. So that we are getting. Next, debenture redemption reserve. Debenture redemption reserve. Then share option outstanding account. Share option outstanding account. Outstanding share option outstanding account. Share option outstanding account. So outstanding expense, it is not a current liability, it is liability. What in by share option outstanding account means, so here means we are giving opportunity, an option to the employees. They can purchase company shares, okay, at a price below the market price. So that is share option outstanding account. For that purpose, we are keeping reserve because we are offering the shares at a price less than the face value, less than the market value. We are giving option to the employees. It is related to the employee compensation scheme. Okay, share option outstanding account. Share option outstanding account. See, this you have to remember. This is under reserve and surplus because other items means they will give reserve. They will give. Okay, but it is a share option outstanding account that is also a come under reserve. Come under reserve. Okay, share option outstanding account. Next, other reserves. Any reserve they given means reserve and surplus only. Then one more item you have to write surplus. Surplus means balance in statement of profit and loss account. So profit and loss account balance now, net profit that we are transferring to reserve and surplus only. Balance of statement of profit and loss. balance of statement of profit and loss. If it is a debit balance means loss. If it is a debit balance means loss. Okay. Credit balance means profit. Okay. Debit balance means loss. Credit balance means profit. Okay. So these are the items are included in reserve. So one thing you have to remember, all reserve, profit and loss account. All reserve, profit and loss account, plus this you don't forget, share option outstanding account. Share option outstanding account. Share option outstanding account. Okay. Share option outstanding account. Share option outstanding account. Clear, no? So share capital, paid up share capital, reserve, all reserve plus profit and loss account. Means a surplus. Profit and loss account. Then share option outstanding account. Share option outstanding account. Over. Next, third one. So major head no need. Major head we know that subhead each item only you have to remember. Next, under non-current liabilities, first one, long-term borrowing. What are the items are included? So that I will teach in the next class. So attend the class. So if you know each item, then it will be easy to do the problem. So whenever you are writing the items under each subhead, you have to study the item. Okay.